Les Paul versus Stratocaster. This isn't a comparison. This is a custody battle, because nobody actually likes both equally. You might own both, you might respect both, but deep down, you already know which one you'd grab if the room was on fire. And both guitars know it too. The Les Paul doesn't ask questions, it makes statements. You pick it up and feel the weight immediately, not just in your hands, but in your expectations. This guitar doesn't float. It sits there like it's daring you to play something worthy of it. You hit a note and it doesn't shimmer. It arrives. Thick, solid, unapologetic. Shorter scale, set neck, dense body. Everything about the Les Paul is designed to make a single note feel expensive. Sustain isn't something you chase. It's assumed. That's why Les Paul players talk about feel the way other people talk about religion. And look at the family tree. Jimmy Page used it to build monuments. Slash turned it into swagger and danger. Gary Moore made it cry harder than most singers. Zakk Wylde made it violent. Adam Jones made it controlled and terrifying. Randy Rhoads made it dramatic and precise. Different genres, same guitar, same authority. The Les Paul is the guitar you reach for when you want the amp to obey you. It loves gain. It loves thickness. It loves being the center of gravity in a mix. And this is also where the stereotypes come from. Les Paul players love to say, tone is in the hands. Which is interesting, because they're usually plugged into an amp that's doing a very generous amount of work. A Les Paul is forgiving. It rewards confidence, but it also smooths over rough edges. You can lean into sustain. You can lean into compression. You can let the guitar carry you through moments where another instrument would expose you. That's not a flaw, that's the design. Now compare that to what happens when you pick up a Stratocaster. The Strat doesn't protect you, it exposes you. You touch the strings and the guitar answers back instantly. No blur, no cushion, no safety net. Longer scale, bolt-on neck, single coils, everything about the Strat says, show me your hands. A Strat doesn't arrive thick, it arrives honest. That snap, that chime, that attack, it tells the truth. If your right hand is lazy, everyone hears it. If your muting is sloppy, everyone hears it. If your timing drifts, the Strat does not help you. And that's exactly why Strat players obsess over touch. Look at their side of the lineage. Hendrix made it feel alive. Gilmour made it cry. Jeff Beck made it speak. Clapton made it sing. Mayer made it modern, polite, and still dangerous. Different eras. Same guitar, same philosophy. The Strat is about range. 3 pickups, 5 positions. Those in-between tones that people spend entire careers chasing. It's the guitar that says, if you can control me, I'll give you everything. And this is where the counter-arguments show up. Strat players love to say a Les Paul is just mud, which is funny, because half the time they're running a compressor, a boost, an EQ, and a noise suppressor just to make the bridge pickup survivable. Single coils hum. They squeal, they spike. Under gain, they can turn vicious fast. That's why Strat players mod everything. Hot pickups, noiseless sets, bridge humbuckers, wiring tricks. They love the feel so much they keep trying to make it sound like something else. And that's the real fight. Les Paul is about authority. Strat is about articulation. Les Paul forgives. Strat demands. Les Paul says, hit me hard and I'll sound huge. Strat says, play me right and I'll sound incredible. If your playing is riff-driven, weighty, and built around impact, the Les Paul feels like home. If your playing is dynamic, touch-sensitive, and built around nuance, the Strat becomes addictive. A classic Les Paul setup is brutally simple. Bridge humbucker, loud amp, maybe one overdrive, maybe a delay. You don't need options, you need power. A classic Strat setup is all about choices. Pickup selection matters. Volume knob matters. Where you pick matters. The guitar becomes part of your nervous system. And this is why this argument never dies. Because these guitars don't just sound different, they reward different personalities. The Les Paul is a sledgehammer with manners. The Stratocaster is a scalpel with attitude. Now I want real answers. If you're a Les Paul player, tell me why the Strat feels thin, fussy, or overrated. If you're a Strat player, Tell me why the Les Paul feels heavy, lazy, or one-dimensional. But don't just drop a name. Tell me what you play. Tell me the amp. Tell me the pickup position. Tell me the sound you're chasing. Drop your full rig in the comments like this. Guitar, pickup, amp. One pedal you refuse to live without. Best arguments get pinned. Worst takes get roasted. And if you want more battles that don't play it safe, subscribe. Because next time, we're taking this war even further, and someone's favorite guitar is not going to survive.